Internally, we kind of think of it as a mix between Terraria, Zelda, and Dark Souls. Terraria for building and resources and such, and Zelda for the linear progression, and Dark Souls for the sometimes unfair and quite harsh combat situations you find yourself in. We have 4 updates coming this year. One is building focused, one is exploration and combat focused, and one is focused on the ships. And then we have the totally new biome Mistlands, which is the big one at the end of the year. For me personally, I like building stuff. I always get excited when we add new building pieces and stuff. For me, that's the most fun of working on Valheim. Our official stance right now is no. Valheim is a PvE game and will continue to be so. That being said, a Viking tournament doesn't sound too far-fetched, I think. If the demand is there and we feel it would fit in the world, I guess we will look at it. Some enemies are just plain unfair right now, I think personally. The bow and arrow is probably a bit overpowered right now actually, so it will probably get nerfed in a later patch. We wanted the player to make conscious decisions on when to engage in combat, basically. That's I guess where the Dark Souls aspect comes in actually, because even though enemies should hit hard, you should also be able to figure them out. You should be able to learn. I think that's our internal goals that we want to achieve. In an open world, it's always nice when something like that happens. We would like to add more of that kind of thing. We are leaving it open. Some things perhaps will get a bit clearer as time goes on, but some of the stuff should remain mysterious, I think. I mean, it's more fun if you can make your own interpretation of what stuff means. I'm not actually 100% sure what's happening there. I simply think it's the physics system. In some certain situations, the boat doesn't cooperate with the waves and the physics get all wonky, and that's why they fly away. I mean, we kind of hoped that the tree falling on your head thing would be a thing. That it was kind of intended in a way to work like that, because we find it pretty hilarious ourselves. For us at Iron Gate, I don't really see that happening down the line. Although we are going to expand, we'll still be quite a small studio, I believe. The best thing about having a small team is that time to implementation, feature implementation and such are very short. You can make decisions very quickly, which you can't do in a bigger studio. Both me and Richard, the other co-founder, has worked at bigger studios before, and we don't really want to do that anymore, I guess. The main drawback of working at a bigger AAA studio is that it's very easy for the individual employee to feel like just a cog in a bigger piece of the machinery. We feel like we want a small team where everybody knows each other and everyone feels that they have a say in the production.